Hey guys, today I want to do a quick video on my Smith & Wesson Extreme Ops, and the prod code for this one is the CK5TBS. And the thing that drew me towards this was the fact that it is incredibly cheap for what it is. Price-wise, I've not seen a lot that compares to it. You can pick one of these up for about $15 brand new on Amazon, or maybe used, you can pick one up for $10 somewhere. And again, being someone with, not loads of cash to blow on random things like this every day of the week, this really attracted me. So to start out, it is a liner lock knife. So if I show you in here, there is a small metal liner in there, which when the blade is fully extended, will snap into place and prevent it from wriggling. And when it snaps, it's very solid. There's absolutely no blade play in there at all. But the one thing is, when I first got this, before the actual finish wore off on this, where the metal of the liner contacts the blade, it was incredibly stiff, and still is fairly stiff to actually move across. So on the back of the blade here, you can see where it's worn down a little bit just from being constantly used. And the handles here are made of aluminum. It's got sort of a knurled finish, and it's got the just holes drilled in it, just to minimize the weight of the whole thing. So in total, this weighs, I believe, 2.8 ounces. And as far as the grips go, they're comfortable. They do the job. The finish on them is fairly standard. You can see it's wearing a little bit, even though I've only had it for 2-3 weeks of not so heavy use. So the finish is kind of, I guess, it's up to standard, but it's not brilliant. And on the actual blade, it's 40% serrated. It's got these really nice serrations in here. These are fantastic for just cutting rope, anything like that. So I was out rock climbing yesterday, I used this a whole bunch. It's fantastic. And as far as the actual blade goes, it's a tanto style blade. And this is dulled a little bit since I first got it, but actually it's still held up pretty well. So I won't be doing a cut test because it's not up to its original sharpness. But out of the box, it was just on the verge of razor sharp. So it would take off hairs, but only just. So again, the things I don't like about this are the finish. You can see it's chipping. You can see on the back of the blade it's gone. You can see a little bit underneath. There's little chip patches. The pocket clip is a little bit. I don't really have faith in it really. Since there's only a little bit contacting your pants, it kind of wiggles around a lot if you're running or something. And I'm worried the one day it's just gonna fly out. I'm not gonna notice. I'm never gonna find it again. And another thing I don't like is sort of the weird sharp angles on here. You can see the corner here is fairly sharp angle. So when this is in your pocket and you're trying to get something, so this is, cut on the edge and you're trying to go past, this is all digging in and you can't really feel around and just knock it out of the way to get anything. So this pretty much takes up a whole pocket because of that. And the other thing that I personally don't really like, I know some of you guys will, is the sort of tactical sort of look and finish on it. Because honestly, I don't really like that. I don't really need that. I think it makes the knife look a little bit offensive to people who don't really understand what one of these is. I mean, you can take a piece of metal and just sharpen it up to be a blade like this, and it will perform the exact same and look 99% less, threatening to your average person. But I would have preferred just a silver steel version of this, just brushed steel. I think that would have looked fantastic. But Smith & Wesson, being the basically sort of gun and gear guys that they are, I think have opted for this sort of black anodized finish, which looks good. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like carrying it around like this, when you take it out, you might get people will be scared or maybe say something like, "Oh, dude, why do you carry that?" Which makes it look, for me, unnecessarily kind of like a weapon, which is not something I want to carry. I don't carry this for the sake of being an offensive weapon. Not that I mind people who do. But for me, it's only commonly used as a tool for, hiking everyday stuff and stuff like that. So, for the sake of $15, one of these is fantastic. I mean, I've had probably some CRKT knives, which have probably been about $40, which have performed the exact same as this. But yeah, these are absolutely fantastic. I recommend you picking up one. So, if you got any comments about this, if you want me to do a cut test if I sharpen it up, just message me. and I'll be happy to do that for you. Again, liking, not liking, disliking, and subscribing all help me equally. Just feedback on my videos is fantastic, and I love to hear from you guys. So thank you, and I'll catch you in the next video.